All right. So welcome everybody. We're here tonight for we're celebrating our reading from our latest issue of Doors Ajar magazine. It's issue 39, summer 2026. Yay! All right. We have a bunch of poets and a bunch of our contributors here tonight. I won't hold it up too much longer. I think we're ready to go. So we're starting with Peter. Peter, you ready to go?
I sure am.
All right.
All right. Now, thank you, Maxwell. Yeah, I'm Peter Kaczmarczyk. Thanks to Maxwell for including a few of my poems in this latest edition of Doors Ajar. I just like to say I like to think of myself as an example that it's never too late to start, because I started seriously doing poetry in my mid-50s, and here I am at 60, and I've published tons and tons of poems, and so you can always pursue your dreams whenever you want to. So I've got two short poems in this latest issue, and I'm going to read one of them here. This is inspired by my mother, who always says that trees are most beautiful in the winter when you can see the detail and the complexity of them. And this poem is called Last Murmur. Beauty is trees without leaves, sky without sun, clouds, shades of gray and white, swirls of monochrome haze. Beauty is the first frost, early this year. A stream's last murmur of the season, downed leaves disappearing, soon to be just hints of faded color, poking through the snow, fingers trying to escape the grave. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Parker James, and I'm going to be reading my poem, Nuisance. Pebble in the boot. Kamikaze gnat into the eye. Nearby, a black hole opened up. There's a tug on the sleeve. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Dustin King. Thanks, Parker. I really love that first poem. That was a fun way to start it off. Well done, Maxwell, and really stoked just to be on this call and in the mag. I'll read my poem Sycamore. Bones of the forest, bone holding the riverbank in place, receiver of lightning, ember bearer, you streak the sky and everything that moves in it. You widen the boulevard when it rains. Bone, where will I go in awe when the river runs indigo? The sunfish all one eye up. Will I live in that hollow? Bone camouflage, map etched in bone. Bone older than nation on Monacan land, polished and splashed with muck. Flakes of bark, the color of wastewater, of cloud cover, puzzle pieces, bones splayed like branches, like twigs betraying their broken song to a child laid out in leaf litter. The sky, a second river, angrier, quieter somehow. I've run out of names. I've given everything the same name. The blue jays, angry in the sycamore. The crow presenting her broken song in a sycamore chorus of starling.
Okay. Well, we're still waiting on Gretchen. It doesn't look like she's in the group chat yet, so if she comes in, we'll add her at the end. But I do want to take a quick second to let everyone know about some of the events we have coming up, aside from these wonderful readings. The next big thing we're going to be at is the NYC Poetry Festival, which is on Governor's Island in New York. It's July 18th and 19th. It's a 2-day event. It's outside. It's a wonderful experience. There are always a bunch of readings happening all over at the same time. The sign up filled up so fast we didn't even get a chance to sign up. So there's a ton of poetry. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm going to include the link to our events page in the chat. And if you're watching this in the future, it'll be in the link down below. But with that, I'm going to throw things over to Phillip.
Thank you, Maxwell. Thank you for publishing my 2 short poems. I'm going to read them both since they're only a total of 15 lines. I lived in New York in 65 through 67. I now live in Amarillo, Texas. I retired 10 years ago after a long history of a hematology and oncology practice as a doctor. And I spend my time writing about what the hell it means to be an old man. This is entitled Insomnia. 10-line limit. My uncontrollable, independent brain rebels at 4 a.m. Everything I read says it's unhealthy to be awake. But I wonder, as a thought, a creative act before daylight clarifies my messiness. I have learned until I've scribbled a few words, there will be no sleep. How much should be written is unclear, as I've been arbitrarily limited. Anticipating my exit. She offered to water my plants when I'm gone. I'm sure she had every good intention. I walked around the block thinking of revenge. If I leave them outside in the first freeze, will she understand how distraught she made me?
Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Roy, and I'm going to be reading my poem, Spidering. Seeking stones, lace vines, and forbidden things, I hold tools inside me, 7 silks so fine and created beneath my skin, this factory of organs and limbs, one to cling to good, one to protect myself, one to build, one to prey upon what evades me. I move fast and spindly over the leaving, running from my corners, crawling out from caves, my palms always wet and soaked with weapons, covered in darkness and shivers, my hunger, nowhere to go, no skin to enter. All I can do is weave my home together and leak venom. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and Maxwell for putting this together. I'm going to read my poem, The Memory of Paper. And I should just mention my background is in museums, so that's kind of what this grew out of. The Memory of Paper. Archivists and conservators speak of the memory of paper. It remembers a fold, a crinkle, the press of a pen, several sheets down, with such clarity, each action an irreversible impression marring the paper. People handling pages must be wary, wear gloves, and take care not to press a thumb too hard and leave a permanent crease. Heaven and curators forbid they fold the paper or dog-ear a page to better find it again, to make a mark and mark their place. No, paper must be handled delicately, for it remembers everything, every accident, every incident, every intentional but subtle detail of slow destruction. I must be made of paper, so easily worn, a highway of scars where I've folded myself into someone smaller, where I've scribbled frantic words on my skin with a pen pressed so hard it punctures, where I've crumpled myself in my own fist, only to smooth myself out again with loving strokes, pretending I'm not an archive of ruined pages, rippled and crippled and forlornly torn. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this magazine out, and congratulations to all my fellow contributors. Great job. Wonderful work. I'm going to read the first one I have, which is called The Assistant. Igor was Frankenstein's assistant. I was assistant to the monster. It was a hard job to find clothes to fit him and keep fire away. He had few meetings, but a standing appointment with the doctor. When the villagers came with pitchforks, I had to arrange a press conference to explain the monster's motivations. Celebrities can't be held to the same standard as normal folk, I said. You can't cancel him for killing one kid. What about monsters' rights? They called me a monster. That's my job, a monster's monster. A role stitched together from scraps even the monster himself refused. And the next time the villagers came with pitchforks, I saw in their midst Frankenstein's monster, a gleam of regret in his eye. Thank you.
All right. Oh, and I wasn't on mute. Great. But great job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for sharing your work. It's always a real thrill to hear an author share their piece as they intended it to be shared. Yeah, so thank you so much. I will work to edit this and get this up onto YouTube ASAP. And we'll release a video every day. So, and then building up to the full release. So keep a lookout for that. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube page, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's it then. Thank you so much, everybody.